Thank you. Arigato.
The Your Own Pay Podcast Network, inspiring, motivating, and educating entrepreneurs around the world. It's Demasi and Michael, just talking tech.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode. This is DM13. Time flies when you're having fun, and this is Demasi and Michael, just talking tech. I'm your host, Michael, and I'm at Payown on Twitter. Demasi is
at Demasi, D-A-M-A-S-H-E.
Awesome, Demasi. What are we talking about today?
So today we're going to get into some of the foundational things that need to be in place for small business owners. And
primarily this is going to be for the digital aspect of your business. We're going to talk about those three foundational pillars all small business owners need. The first one is your website, a place that people can go to learn more about you and the products and services you offer. If you're producing content, this is where all of that content should be posted. Please don't focus on posting your content on only social media. If you're producing the content, you should be owning it. Now, Demasi, can you think of another reason why a small business owner might want to have her or his own website?
Generally, when somebody hears your business name, they're going to go look you up on the web. And if you do not have a website, you don't look legitimate.
So another reason why you need to have your own website is for complete customization. Facebook can change tomorrow and decide that they don't want to offer businesses pages anymore. Or Twitter can take your timeline and decide that they want to make it all blue and yellow, and you have no control over that. I don't even know if those colors would match, but you have no control over that aspect. Whereas when you have your own website, you can add the features that you wish your website had, or if you don't know how to do that, you can find someone to do it for you. Or more importantly, and in my opinion, you can give it the important aspect of having a way for people to opt in to your email list. The second foundational pillar that you need for your business is an email list. We talked about this back on DM5. We'll link to that in the show notes. Demasi, what's one reason you can think of off the top of your head that I might want to have an email list if I'm looking to start my own small business?
You want to be able to reach your audience. As you build your audience, you want to be able to reach them, whether it's to announce a new product, whether it's to alert them to new information on your site. So you want as direct a connection as you can have to your customer base.
Exactly. And just as important, I can't say more importantly, but just as important, you need a way to get people to remember that the website they were just on exists. So if I go to Demasi's website and I read this great article talking about Text Expander and how he's using it, and Demasi says, well, why don't I offer a free snippet group to people who enter their email address so that way I can email them and let them know that, hey, I just updated the snippet group on every Friday, and then I can remind them that I've also added another blog post talking this week about 1Password. That's just an idea of why you might want to build an email list for your customers and for your potential customers, because I don't know about you, I'm taking in information all day long and I forget about the website I visited 10 minutes ago.
Absolutely. I'm the exact same way. And a lot of times I get reminded, just as you said, because I signed up at this website because I was like, hey, I like their content. I'm going to, get their newsletter, and it may be 2 months later and I'm checking my saying later folder, and hey, there's a newsletter from this site. What did I read over there? Oh, that's the site that had this great idea about how to do some more automation on iOS. Okay, yeah, definitely I need to follow up with them. So absolutely, that second pillar of having a email list is all important, because that's your direct connection with your customers. There's no interference. There's no Facebook deciding who gets to see your posts. There's no getting lost in the digital river of the Twitter stream. That is you direct to your customer or your potential customers. And that's going to take us right into the third pillar that all small businesses should have. And Mike, what is that pillar?
That is social media. We've been talking all about building your own website and getting your email list, and that's great, but how are you going to find people who you don't already know? Because my dad's not going to sign up for my mailing list. My grandpa's not going to sign up for my mailing list. And my friends, they might sign up for my mailing list, but that's a limited reach of people that would be able to be in contact with me. So I want to use social media, and so do you, for connecting with your clients. My favorite social media, honestly, is my podcast. And social media can be several different means. When you think of social media, Demasi, what are some of the sites that you think of, and what's your favorite social media site?
I think of Twitter. I think of Facebook. Obviously, I think of LinkedIn. I even think of Google Plus. You know, a lot of people don't remember that one, but it's still here, still around, and there are people over there on Google Plus. But I would have to say probably my most used and probably favorite it would be Twitter. I use Facebook because I realize how many people are on Facebook, and that's why social media is so important. Don't focus your business on social media. Don't rely upon social media to be your place on the web, but absolutely make use of the tool of social media because, like Michael said, there are going to be people there that you don't know. Sharing your content on social media gives people a way to find you, people a way to discover you. And as you get deeper into the analytics and the targeting, you can actually present your information, your products, your services to a particular base of people.
And that is where the power is. I was able to place an advertisement for $5 in front of 3,000 people that never had heard of me before. That ad did not do very well, but the power of it is amazing. So, Demasi, those are the three pillars. Real quick, can you give them a recap and any final closing comments if you have them?
Absolutely. So the three pillars that we feel you must have as a small business owner is your own website, first and foremost, your own home on the web. Secondly, you need to have a email list. Build your email list so you can directly connect with your potential customers and your existing customers. And the third, you need to have a social media presence. Define your user base, your customer base, and focus on the networks where they're going to be, whether that be Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google Plus, or any of the other, 500-600, networks that are out there. Find out where your audience is going to be and then target that particular platform. And if they offer the ability for you to get in front of people by paying them some money, as Michael has mentioned, $5 to get in front of 3,000 people is amazing. I don't know too many places or too many times in the past that you've been able to spend $5 for advertising and get your message in front of 3,000 people.
If you guys have any questions, we'll have additional resources and comments for you over at yourownpay.com/DM13.
Absolutely. And if you have any questions or comments, you can leave those on the blog or you can get in touch with us on Twitter. I'm at Damashe, Damashe, and Michael is
at Pam, Payowyn. We'll talk to you guys next week on DM14.
You've been listening to Your Own Pay Podcast. If you've enjoyed today's episode, visit yourownpay.com/cast for exclusive content and to contact us today. We're eager to hear your thoughts and about how you're making this podcast your own. Thanks for listening. We'll be back soon. The Your Own Pay Podcast, yourownpay.com.